Sharing instead of owning. In Germany, it's a growing trend.
Today, access to mobility is more important than owning a vehicle.
Rent fashionable clothes instead of buying them. Young companies are creating new business models. Sharing for me means community, but also independence. The so-called sharing economy is all about consuming together.
No person lives alone and no one works only for themselves. That's why it's important that people work together.
For many German farmers, there's no other way. It's corn harvest time. This corn harvester costs around 350,000 euros. Turnips and potatoes need to be harvested too. No farmer could afford to own all these machines, so they share.
I have a neighbor who doesn't have a harvester, so I bring him mine. I harvest his grain, and in the fall during the potato harvest, he has a potato harvester, so he harvests my potatoes for me. And that all gets paid for through the farm machinery cooperative. In summer, I get paid for harvesting the grain through the machinery cooperative, and in fall, he gets the money from the machinery cooperative for the potato harvest.
About 200,000 farmers share their equipment through the farm machinery cooperative. The organization was founded in 1958. In Germany, it was the prototype for the sharing economy.
It's partially just economic necessity that forces us to do it. I personally tend to think it has something to do with my Christian faith and that we have to give and share. Responsibility is also a reason, as well as trying to make a profit, which is a valid reason too.
Today, almost anything can be shared. Your apartment with tourists, food with your neighbor, or offering your yard to campers. Companies that act as agents have spotted a business opportunity. The Hamburg startup Wunda offers carpooling services. That means people come together to share rides through the city. They started in the Philippine capital, Manila. A ride costs 1 to 2 euros, about as much as a bus fare. If the driver takes more than one person, the company gets a commission. Drivers and passengers are connected through an app. Company founder Gunnar Froh, the former Germany boss of Airbnb, wants to make better use of resources.
Most people in big cities commute to work, and many use their own car. Often they drive alone. In really big cities like Manila, where we operate now, the traffic is unbelievable. People are on the road an average of 4 hours a day. Trains are completely overfilled, so it makes sense when people can find each other using an app and can travel together and share fuel costs.
German ride-sharing services offer rides in private cars. But in this case, from one city to another. Ordering a ride through an app is easy. For young people in cities, owning a car is no longer that important.
People think more about where the nearest shared car is parked and where to meet the driver instead of worrying about things like registering a car and paying taxes for the car. Simply because they now know they can use a shared car for less money.
And you don't need to pay an arm and a leg for fashion either. These two businesswomen have developed a borrowing service for clothes. For 34 euros a month, you can take out 4 pieces of clothing. Orders go through the website. There you can enter your fashion preferences so that the right outfit can be assembled for you. What good is it having a closet crammed full of cheap clothes? That's not something you've worked hard for. It's not even fun to own clothes like that. There's so much garbage in the closet. Owning less means throwing away less. Renting clothes allows people to own less. Customers can also bring clothes that they haven't worn much. It's proving quite a hit. Over 300 clothes packages are rented each month.